Jesus.
Can I have all the lights on? It's kind of dark over there all of a sudden. Oh, well. Whatever. Well, we're live.
Yes, sir.
It actually worked this time, too, so that's good. And
that pig's gone for good. Sure
so we got Tom Rinderknecht, TLR. We got Aidan Olson, TLR. And then we have me, I guess, Techno. But I'm working on my associated car tonight. I'm going to mount up a new set of tires to break in tomorrow, and then I'll probably get the diff apart. Tom's working on his car for a little bit. These two were at the track for most of the day today, getting stuff worked out. So we're in the middle of it. And nobody's on the chat yet, which is really weird.
20 people.
But there's 22 people watching.
Chat,
so
boys.
yeah,
Yes,
what the heck?
On the chat.
Either that or my
Let's talk it out.
either that or my chat's not working.
I think we got to bump some hockey to get the chat going.
Shout out to Kenny Morse.
Oh no, the chat's working. That's so weird. It's not working on my phone. Hang on.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
We got a lot of chat.
Yeah, we're running up the chat.
Tons of people in the chat now. That's awesome. Andy's here. Peter Renault's on here. Death Viper Games. Jackson Anderson, Rob the Mouth, Cole Webb, Tanner Anthony, Dylan Haas, Johnny S., Andrew Barrett, Steve RC, Joe Florkey, Bill Collins.
We got 22 viewers.
22 viewers already.
Yes, sir.
We're feeling the vibes out here.
Honestly.
Jackson says, Tom, no cutting the track this weekend.
Oh, here we go.
That's brutal.
That's tough, Jackson.
Jackson talking
All right,
talking
Jackson.
smack
I'll
already.
take that ESC back. Thank you.
Caden Barrett's on here.
What's
Just
up,
for the
Caden?
record, Tom didn't cut the track.
No. You can check that video.
He and even if he did, he would have waited. I'm sure. Right?
Yeah, if I cut the track, I would have stopped.
Yeah. It was a dialed maneuver, and it's the last lap. You gotta pull something out of the bag, especially when you're got somebody like Sutherland who's running really fast in front of you.
Yeah, he was flying. I was driving as hard as I could to keep up. Really, the last lap was the only chance I had to even pass him. I couldn't get close enough. So it was kind of last chance move, and it worked.
And what happened after that was pretty dialed. I mean, if you watch the video, it's like you never touched him.
No, I don't think
he shorted a little bit. You went over the top, landed it, and that was that. It was crazy. It's crazy. It's one of the craziest finishes I've seen at the Plex in a long time. So
yeah, it's always good when stuff doesn't you don't want any contact out there for the most part. I mean, obviously there's going to be a little rubbing and stuff like that, but you always it always feels really good when you don't touch anybody at all.
You missed it last week. I kind of it was almost last lap. It was second to last lap. Will made a mistake, allowed me to get close enough to him, and I went for it on this corner that I thought I was faster, and I caught his rear wheel and flipped him over. And I waited because that's what I do. But I was thinking to myself, and I was like, if I had just touched you and moved you, probably wouldn't have waited.
No,
probably would have just went. It's club race. Who cares? So
Robin's racing.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Vanderbeek are a bit more aggressive during club racing.
Right.
Sure. So it's fun. Kind of learn limits and stuff like that.
Buddy Anderson saying.
Let's go back here. There was a question from Peter Renault. Can you put your 0.3 front wheels on a 4-wheel drive?
Like 2-wheel drive wheels on a 4-wheel?
A bit more specific, and we can help.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think the dish is too deep and it will rub. I'm pretty sure. I don't think you can. I'm almost positive of it on that one. What else do we got? We're up to 29 people, so we're getting there.
We've
had
run up the likes. There's only 4.
Yeah, there's only 4 likes. We need to get on the algorithms here.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
I know you want concave front wheels, but I don't think it'll work because of the gap on the associated wheels. I don't think it'll work.
Yeah, the wheel dish really doesn't make too much of a difference, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it just more looks.
So. We're gonna move this
perfect
to We're gonna move that to like right there. Maybe we'll get all of our. I don't know what it's like being that far away, but Rob the Mouth says Tom's a badass.
Thank you.
You have your fans.
Hell yeah. Hey, look at what happened when we said run up the likes.
Look at that, 14 likes already.
We went up 10 likes.
That's
dude.
half of
run up the likes.
Yes,
that's
sir.
half of who's watching right now. That's pretty freaking awesome.
So yeah, we're just kind of prepping some CVAs over here. We're going dry CVAs instead of having grease in them. Get a bit more bind out of the CVs. And
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. What would be the reasoning for doing that? And you just said it.
yeah, it just gives the car a bit more grip overall. I like to do it especially on two-wheel, just if I need a bit more. It also, I feel, gives more support in the sweepers as well. So
Do you ever worry about just grease in general, about the stuff getting dirty? I mean, is that a factor for you?
For especially on like four-wheel diffs, with where the outdrive goes and the little ring where you have to fill the grease in.
Yeah,
you need to have a really good grease there, otherwise the car doesn't feel super good. There's like a bunch of gold greases out there, like the Bronze Protect grease, the 1-Up grease. TLR sells a grease now too, and that seems to be really good. But
I've been using that 1-Up CV joint grease on my CVs.
You like that?
It doesn't seem to attract a lot of dirt, which is what I like.
Good.
I don't like using a lot of grease in a lot of spots.
I don't like black grease at all.
Just because of the dirt. The black grease is the worst for that.
Really hurting.
So, but I don't know. Now that you say that, maybe I'll clean those out because I'm always a sucker for grip more than anything.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I feel like everybody should try at the HobbyPlex in general, just to get a bit more support and grip out of the rear of the car.
For sure.
Cole Webb on here. We'll go back to the top here, get into the comments a little bit. The track is fully done. All I got to do tomorrow, I'm going to move a pipe slightly, like a foot, maybe even less, just to get it more symmetrical. And then I got to whack away at a few more spots on the track, and then I got to paint the corners and stuff and the jumps. And but other than that, it's good. I think I'm going to change some of the banners as well.
Oh no!
Hartshorn's got a good question.
Dang it.
Who are your guys' pick for next weekend at the Roar Nats? Buggy and Truggy.
Dakota Fenn.
I mean, he's going.
Hopefully me, but
Yeah.
I think Dakota and Mayfield are the top two good guys going in, I would say, and Tebow. So I'd say those are my top three guys that'll win. I think two of those guys will win out of the three.
Yeah, for sure. I think Tebow has a good shot.
Especially in truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so fast.
The Techno Truggy is pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's pretty
as well. Buggy's harder because there's just so much parity between everybody on that level. And I feel like I would love to see Tebow get a 1/8 champ for Techno just on a personal level, because the guys at Techno have been really working hard on getting their stuff to work. They started out as a company that was just a conversion, and now they're onto their 4th and 5th generation of cars. So I think it'd be cool to see that just from where I'm at. But I think is Tessman going to be there?
Yeah.
Or is he still stuck in Canada?
I think he's going.
If Tessman's going there, I wouldn't count him out.
Yeah, he'll be fast.
He's one of the few that
it's hard to pick. Like,
you haven't
three
seen
guys.
him that often because he's only been able to come out a few times.
He won at P&B, so
yeah, exactly.
and it was kind of like a pretty high grip, smoother track. So it'll be interesting to see what LCRC ends up like. I know it's a bit like medium grip, not super crazy high, but
yeah,
temperatures are really high, so I feel like a lot of things are different than
Pennsylvania.
What P&B was.
Pennsylvania in the summer is just. It's hot. I visited Gettysburg one time in the summer, and I couldn't believe how hot it was. I know we might be missing
20 likes.
We might 36. I think this is one of the most we've ever had on a live stream, by the way,
cool.
already. So that's good. Remember, I wanted to get 50 at some point to give a gift card to somebody. So
let's share this.
If we share it and stuff. If we get up to 30, if we get up to 50, I'll go back and I'll look through all the I'll look through all the names that commented, and we'll see if we can throw a gift card out there to you guys.
Yeah, let's get the 50 going.
What's Buddy Anderson saying?
Yeah, what's Anderson up to?
You guys they wanted to know what Jackson is. That Jackson Anderson?
Yeah.
Are you guys calling him Buddy Anderson?
Yeah. I think Aidan came up with that one. I like it.
Rob the Mouth on here again. He says that the bucket list is the Plex. We appreciate that a lot.
Yes, sir.
We hope so.
Yeah. Really. The closest track to me is for 10 scale indoors, 2.5 hours, and it's definitely nice to come to a place where you know you're going to have a good track every time, consistent, and the layouts are always awesome. So
yeah,
definitely get out here when you can, because it's definitely nice having it close for sure.
Right. Aidan, what time are you going to be at the track tomorrow? Cold Web wants to know.
Probably around 3.
Around 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Which is about right, because you can't do anything till 4 anyways.
Yeah.
So I still have some stuff to do tomorrow. I'll be there about 10
Me too.
to let you guys in, and then I got to go out and finish up.
I'll probably be there around 10.
Let's see. I think Dalton Conrad said thanks for the help today too.
Oh yeah,
Dalton was one of the little kids, not little kids, but one of the kids there.
Yeah,
that was running.
dude, his stock motor's fast.
Yeah, it's good.
Dude, it's fast.
That's really good.
Yeah. It was moving.
We're up to 38. That's
Heck
pretty
yeah.
awesome.
Is that high?
Yeah,
That old white guy, which I'm pretty sure is Rob Connor, said that I missed the start of the nerd meeting.
Come on.
I mean, I don't know if we're nerds,
Dude,
but
why are you dogging on us like that?
Come on, Connor.
this kid got like a $50,000 scholarship to college. So probably kind of a nerd level, but that's okay. That's better to be a nerd than like some squid that,
Yeah.
Like Jackson. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm joking, Jackson. All love. All love Jackson.
Rod Case, I'm curious when the stock slash comes with optional gearing I received this weekend. What's recommended for the Plex? With the stock motor, dude, you don't want to gear that thing up any more than a 17 tooth pinion. It comes with a 16. You might be able to sneak a 17 in there. I'm honestly not going to look. So, but if you put anything higher than that, your motor will be toast in a matter of minutes. So make sure you keep the 16, maybe 17, but it's going to get hot. So I just know that from experience. Rob the Mouse says Alex is a badass too. So there you go.
Yes, sir.
Not really. I'm not cool, and I'm kind of a giant pussy. So, we're hanging around that 37. Let's see.
It's popping.
I keep missing stuff. Let's
Dude,
go
we
down
have
here.
so many comments.
That's what's up.
Whoa, David Olson says, get up to 100 viewers and Pivot will hit you with a $100 gift card.
Bruh.
We've got until
Oh,
Yes,
We-
sir.
40, dude. Let's go.
we have until 10:30.
Yes,
So
sir.
if we can get
Crank it up.
100 congruent viewers, David Olson, Aidan Olson's dad, will
sir.
contribute a $100 gift card, and I'll go back through the things, and we'll do it on our podcast next week. So get those shares out there, guys.
Yeah, let's share this
Oh,
up.
41. 41.
We're up to 41. That's
At
pretty
50,
awesome.
We'll start talking about some shock setups.
Oh man, 50 people watching. That's 9 away. Tom Rinderknecht will start talking about some super secret shock setups. Is that ceramic?
Yes.
Nice.
Always the move, I feel like.
Do you run ceramic all the way around, or just in the rear, or for drivetrain, or?
I just run it all the way around. It's a bit lighter, and these ones that have the seals, they just stay good. Like this is the same set for probably a good month now. And
Is that an Avid bearing?
Yeah.
Is it yellow? Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Yeah, and we have some bearings coming from an R1 side brand too. So.
And R1 Works is that one of your sponsors?
Yeah, electronics.
And so you're running that motor and speed controller?
Yep. We have a V21S, which is the new prototype motor. I have that in my car right now, and the digital previous.
Is there anything in there nobody's supposed to see?
No.
Okay, good.
This thing's normal. Check
Show
it out.
Let me see that.
Yeah, check that thing out.
You can see his setup right there. Nice big capacitor. Do you run a fan on the speed controller? Is that or do you need?
No.
You don't really need it for mod.
No,
do
I
you?
don't. Yeah, I just run a fan on my 4-wheel motor.
Nice.
But yeah, stuff's been working really good. Been trying a few different motor combinations, just trying to figure out what should be out to the customer. So.
And what size mod motor do you normally run?
I run a 7.5 and 2-wheel, and then with 4-wheel, we've been going between a 6.5 and a 5.5, but we feel a 5.5 with a softer rotor seems to be the best.
Softer rotor. That makes sense.
Just especially for brakes,
right?
Just because you have braking in all 4 tires, and sometimes you do the endo.
Have you ever ran a 7.0 motor before?
Yeah.
It's weird. I stumbled upon McLaren. I think was one of the first ones to have a 7.0 like 4 years ago, and I started running that motor basically after the Nats. The 16 Nats, I was running an 8.5, and I felt slow. I felt outgunned everywhere.
Right.
And I even tried putting boost and everything in there. And then it was after that, I'm like, all right, we got to go faster. So I stumbled upon that 7.0, and I've pretty much been running that ever since.
The even turns definitely seem to be a bit smoother.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
For my old age, it was. And
they're smoother because they come with a lighter rotor in them.
Okay. And that's because I know Dakota's got his signature like 7.0 Trinity
and
motor.
6.0, yeah. He likes that. Look at that. 45 viewers. We're 5 away. From
me spending $25 on a gift card.
Yeah. Let's make Alex spend money.
Yeah. Make me spend money. We need 6 more viewers.
Riley's up on the chat.
Filbert?
Riley Filbert's in the chat, people.
What's up, man?
Yes, sir.
Mike Margiota says if we can get 1,000 live viewers, the Olson twins will actually come on the stream.
Hell yeah.
They're kind of emo, aren't they now? Like the Olson twins? Do you even know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
I think they probably are.
I like Elizabeth. WandaVision. Anyways. Nick Pavel's on here. Nick, I'm trying to decide what Nick's channel is. I can't remember. It's
Pitside Media.
Pitside Media. He's got some videos of our mains on there if you ever want to check it out.
He's got a nice angle with full view.
And he likes to balance his tripod with bags of rocks.
That's sick. Ryan Harris level.
Short course world.
Dude, we are ridiculously close.
We're at 45. Gosh darn it.
What's the highest you've ever been?
We're past it. This is the most I've ever had on the HobbyPlex live stream. We usually hover right around 20.
Oh, 6, so we're popping off.
At the podcast, we've had up to like 33 or 34 at once, maybe 37, if I remember correctly, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. You know, the cool thing is this. What happens is we have our live viewers at this moment, and then what will happen is it saves onto my channel, and then people can go back and watch anytime they want. And usually these run about anywhere from 150 to 200 viewers within a month or so. So it's not terrible.
I see some long comments.
It's definitely no, I don't know, who's a popular live streamer for RC, you know? Mark Santa Maria or anything. Yeah. We got some long comments. Hang on here.
Yeah, we got some.
We're skipping some. Oh, so Eli Webb wants to know, well, I know the answer to this one, but Eli Webb wants to know, Tom, what do you like better? 1/10 scale or 1/8 scale?
Oh, 10 scale, dude.
Yeah.
10 scale is where it's at. It's definitely better to get into the hobby with 10 scale. I feel like just because the electronics are so good now, and really you just program it and go.
Right.
And it's just as simple as it gets. If you're getting into RC and stuff like that, I would just run 10 scale to start, and then maybe get an e-buggy in the winter to try. And then if you really like it that much, you can run nitro and kind of go into that side of RC cars.
I feel like now that Emerson and I are racing more 8 scale,
it's really not too bad once you get into it.
It's like I don't know what the word is. I want to say it feels more real.
Yeah. Like the pit stops. And
yeah,
stuff?
you know, there's more to it. It's more of a team endeavor for sure. If you try to run nitro by yourself, you're hosed because you have to beg somebody that you don't know to pit for you, and then they're a lot of times they're uncomfortable. They don't want to screw up your race, and it just turns into something that's not very fun. But if you can get a father and son or a buddy team, you know, where one guy races one class and the other races the other, and you can do that, I think it's a lot of fun until stuff goes south, and then it's not fun at all.
Yeah,
you
saw
know.
that for me.
Yeah, Emerson can say he beat Tom at least one race.
Emerson smoked me. Hey, look, we're one away.
We're one away. 49 viewers. Oh my gosh!
Nobody. Leave
I'm going to be spending $25. I'm going to have to actually do some work and go back and look at all these chats. That's crazy. It dropped off. Oh, it's dropping down. What the heck's going on?
People are being mean, dude.
I know. Steve RC, trying to finish building my first B6 2D. What's the process on tires, hole punch size, number, and placement?
We just V-cut the foams.
That's
at least I do.
Very subjective, but right, because we all kind of have our ways.
Yeah, I like to. I mean, how Alex is doing it on his foam is very similar to it.
You guys that watch this a lot know that I V-cut pretty much all my stuff. And then I will do either 2 or 3 hole punches on the side, on the inner sidewall.
50.
I don't really know why I. All right. Oh shit. Well, all right. $25. I don't know why I didn't do 3 tonight. I honestly don't. I think I just forgot. But what do you do? I mean, hole punch wise,
I do 2, and then for here, I put the holes on top just because it breaks down the foam a bit more with sauce, and like a softer foam is always better.
Right.
So I do that in the fronts, I leave mine like this.
Right.
And
so same
that
thing.
The sauce doesn't get in.
Same thing. Inner sidewall for Tom on the front. And do you think the hole size really matters? I mean,
I do a smaller one.
I usually use 3 or 3.5.
Then that's how I do mine.
And he's got this. I used to do that. The top punch.
Shout out to Chad Rico Karstens for that.
All the time.
He did that at Fastlane Invitational, and I thought that was a really good idea.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that.
Plus on a track like ours, you don't necessarily have to worry about stuff getting in your tire.
Right.
You know. How about you? What do you do?
I use a file, and then I just put the foam on the drill and on a wheel.
He's a drill guy.
Yeah. It's basically like doing a V-cut, but I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely the
Same-
tires.
Same thing.
The tires, just the gold compound ellipses with the V-cut foams, and then the standard front foams. It's just seems to be the way to go. And a lot of people are using just PB Blaster for sauce. We've been trying some other things, but for now it seems like PB, and there's some SXT sauces that I've been trying that seem to be working well too. So, I mean, just standard of the road PB Blaster.
Are you more on the aggressive side for tire sauce, or are you on the lenient side?
I'm on the Baja.
Okay.
The dirt sauce that they use.
Sir.
I know a few other people are using the white dot, but I didn't really like it that much.
I tried white dot on my tires, and
Pretty hurt.
I didn't like it at all. Now on carpet, I mean on off road, it's awesome. This stuff's great. Should I use the 20-year-old Team Losi diff fluid that I have?
Yes. Send it.
No, I will not. But it looks cool to have in the bag.
Did you build your thrust already?
No, not yet.
Okay, I gotta show you a way. I've learned this really good way on how to do it.
Okay.
See your crevice in your hand?
Yeah.
You put the balls on the crevice
and
of
you
your
mix
hand,
it in your hand.
and then you put the black grease on the on like the washer, and you just roll the screw over.
Oh, see, I didn't do
and
that.
it picks all the screws up, or it picks all the balls up right out of your hand.
Really?
Yeah.
It's pretty dialed.
That is pretty dialed.
I just brake clean my hand. It's probably not good for it. But.
No. Yeah. I've always wondered if I'm gonna get. Oh, there's 54 viewers. I always wondered if I'm gonna get like cancer or something like that from all the crap that RC racers put on our hands, chemical wise and stuff like that. You see some guys using gloves at the track, and I mean, to me, that's smart. But I've been doing this since I was 10 years old, and I've never used gloves ever. So I'm always slightly worried about that.
Yeah.
You know, in a roundabout way.
I guess I don't think about that. I just spray brake cleaner on my
Yeah.
New skin will grow.
Let's get them likes to at least half of our viewers.
Yeah.
So 25.
So I'm looking at more comments. Rob the Mouth is again complimenting us with our the winter racing that we have. You guys make it rad. That's pretty cool. I love making stuff rad for sure.
Ratted out here.
Bob Thorpe, he was on our podcast on Monday from Massachusetts. He's on here. See if I can scroll down here. Cole wanted to know if any of us V-cut the fronts. I don't think any of us do.
I've tried and it ruins.
Yeah, I feel like it make it way, way too soft.
No.
Yeah, I actually like a harder front foam. Like last time I was here, why am I saying this? I put a new foam in. I cut the tire out.
I've done that. No, I've done that. I've done that before too. Big time.
Wait, the secrets here.
That's yeah.
Yeah,
Because sometimes the tire is good, but the foam sucks.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's never better when you have a good tire and a brand new foam in
Right.
the front. You just have so much stability.
Yeah.
You guys may see me doing that in my pits between Q2 and the main. Very possible.
Tack before two says is glad the tabletop's gone. He can see it better. I think that's Joe. I think that's Joe Anderson. Cody Cup, can you talk about tire prep for beginners? Still a foreign language to him. I mean, we kind of have. I mean, it also depends on what brand. I don't think you heat cycle Proline, do you?
No.
Did Aidan do that when he was here? He didn't really heat cycle him, did he?
I don't think so.
I feel like doing that to Proline tires ruins them.
Yeah,
But J Concepts, I mean, I heat cycle him. I don't think he does anymore.
I just burn sauce in with a towel
Okay.
on a drill, and
All right.
then it's good to go. I just drive. I know some people use heat guns, but I feel like it heats it up too fast, and it doesn't actually
See,
heat the whole tire.
I used to do this the drill and rag thing to get it to smoke, but I switched to the heat gun because I felt like it made the tires last longer.
Right. It takes a little bit of tread off when you
Right.
and I kind of like that. Just my first
It's
run on the
faster.
tires.
It's faster to get the tires broken in.
But
with the
you
rag.
will if you're in a pinch. That's really something you should do. And I get this purple Scotch Brite from Menards, and I use that, and it's really good.
So did I ever tell you what happened down there in what I think happened in South Carolina? So I TQ'd 40 plus, and then I blew out big time.
Yeah, you did. I remember I marshaled your car
Yes.
like 10 times.
So what happened was I was using your Scotch Brite to make my slicks all weekend.
And then you didn't use it.
And then we ran out. And I needed a pair of slicks that night because I was worried. I actually got like
a rip in the
tire, and I was really worried about it. And I felt like I needed a new set of tires. So the set that I made, I used basically like fine sandpaper.
No, you can't.
And what happened was, I'm pretty sure it capped the tire.
Oh, it'll ruin it.
And so then when I went out there that morning to break the tires in, I was like, this isn't any good. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sauce them longer, and I bet you they'll be up to speed. And they definitely were not up to speed.
Yeah, I remember you carted it like a donut.
Oh, it's terrible.
Lap.
God, it was bad.
I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
No, yeah. This purple Scotch Brite, for whatever reason, on these silver slicks, just works really good.
Yeah.
You can really fine tune like how you sand it too. Like with a sandpaper, sometimes or like a stick, you can't get like all of the tread off.
Right.
With the Scotch Brite, it forms to the tires.
Yeah. So I learned my lesson. If I do that again, it's purple Scotch Brite the whole way. So
yeah, I just get like 10 things of it before I go. You going to that race?
So Steve RC says only V cut the rear. Yes, only V cut the rear. I can't go to that race this year. I don't think.
I don't know if I'm going either.
It's I would like to.
I have a lot of races to choose from.
I would like to, but I also Emerson and I are going to enter the Reedy race in open and see if we get in. And if we both get in, then we're definitely going. If Emerson gets in, he doesn't really like 10 scale all that much right now, so I don't think we'll go. And if I get in by myself, I'm definitely going. So I would have to save
Yeah.
save money to go to that.
I can't wait for Reedy to happen again.
I know.
I want to go out there.
Such a great
rip in
race.
the invite. Invite seems to be a lot less stressful for me, at least.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get like top 5, top 10.
Sometimes I feel bad for not you. You should be there and you deserve to be there. But every once in a while, you'll get those just guys you've never heard of that are in that class, and I feel really bad when they have to start on the front row.
Yeah, because everybody just makes
like,
fun.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna get ran over.
Somebody's gonna get ruined.
Somebody's gonna get ruined, and or like when JQ was there, when I was there, everybody was cheering.
JQ's legendary, dude. Shout out to JQ.
Dude, he had like positive camber.
Dude, that dude's got a
last
good.
year.
He's got talk about YouTube. He's got a really good YouTube channel.
What he's doing, dude.
I watched his whole engine tuning video before I got Emerson's.
And it's easy.
It's so easy.
Yeah, I can tune my engine.
Yeah, it was great. It was
idle gap.
It was an awesome refresher. I was so happy.
Idle gap is the way to go.
Yeah.
You can get that idle gap figured out for your motor. Perfect.
Let's see. Daniel wants to know if one of us will teach him how to V-cut foams this weekend.
Sure.
So that's fine. Kevin Mendez here from Boston or Rhode Island. That's pretty awesome. Some East Coasters.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Matt Bauer, aside from the hole punching and foam cutting, do you need to grind the tread down at all? Just curious. A lot of tracks around me do that or need that.
Yeah, it really just depends on the track. Here, like if you're coming to the Summer Series this weekend, no.
No.
But
I consider us lucky that we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But if you're running on slicks, they need to be perfect slicks, And you kind of just have to see what the fast guys are running at the track and kind of get the lowdown. Like whenever I go to new tracks, I just call the hobby shop and just ask them like, hey, like, what tires do you guys stock? And you can and what kind of prep. And if you can't find the prep out, you can find it out from a local guy.
Right.
And yeah, that's what I would do.
So it kind of depends on the track. That's a very track oriented question. At the Plex, I think, like I said, I consider us lucky that we're not on slicks. Very rarely. I mean, you guys sometimes on 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, I'll do.
Can be on slicks.
Shout out to D Wood.
But it's pretty rare that you'll see. It's pretty rare you'll see 2-wheel drive guys on slicks. So you can just if you get your tire broken in, a lot of it has to do more with foam than it does with the actual tread, right? I mean, is that
especially sometimes when you can cut the tires out in the fronts, get a harder front foam.
Yep.
That's probably the best thing I do here. I don't know, mine are feeling pretty good. I got a good set of foams. Like these are pretty hard still. Like
I feel like if your foams are too soft, it's just your car will they'll grab too much from the front. They'll steal it from the back and make your car really unbalanced. So
yeah, it makes it really flippy at the end of the straightaway.
That makes sense.
So I think that these should be fine, but before the main, I always kind of feel out the foams and make sure all my tires, like it's not coming undone anywhere because that can ruin your race very quickly.
Are the TLR and associated ball diffs interchangeable? No, they are not. You can use the same. You can use the same balls and rings and stuff. Yeah, and because a lot of guys use the Protect thrust bearing in both cars. Yeah. So, actually, when I was running TLR, a lot of times I would use the associated diff balls, just because I could get them cheaper. Right. Yeah. So. Yeah, I use all the standard TLR diff parts. Yeah, but the standard stuff on the TLR is tungsten. Yeah. And the standard stuff in the associated wasn't. You had the regular balls and then the carbide balls. Right. And even the carbide balls were a little bit cheaper than the TLR stuff at the time. But the nice thing about the TLR balls is they're all the tungsten hard ones. So it's good stuff. Will Britton is on here. He needs an e-buggy motor, guys. Dude, I told you I have one at my house. But I'm at Alex Sturgeon's house. We can get you hooked up. Yeah. So I heard a rumor. I even looked today.
We heard a rumor about you, Will.
Uh-oh.
we heard that you might be racing 13.5 4-wheel.
Will Brinton.
Can you hit us in the comments if you're going to do that?
Hit the comments that
Yay or nay.
if Will is racing.
Jackson Anderson said, by the way.
Yeah, if Will, are you racing 13.5 4-wheel drive
Shout out
tomorrow?
to your teammate.
Is it a secret that you didn't want anybody to know? Because apparently
Anderson believed it.
there could be a secret out. And it's Jackson Anderson's fault. So.
Hey, that's what you get for saying I cut the track.
Oh, he says no, he's not. So there you go. How old are you?
19.
And how old are you?
18.
And he just graduated.
Hey, Will,
Yes,
you
sir.
should.
And
What
he
I was gonna
graduated
say-
last year,
What I was gonna say,
obviously.
is that you should run mod 4-wheel and not 13.5 4-wheel.
You guys are so fast
Dude,
in mod 4-wheel drive. It's
I know, but it makes 2-wheel slow.
it's intimidating.
It makes 2-wheel slow though.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
Word.
I can
Still
see
rip it
that.
out there.
My 2-wheel always has a lot of grips. It's not really a grip thing. My car just feels slower. It doesn't have quite as much steering normally. It's fine. I like having the 4-wheel main first.
Yeah,
Please don't change that.
I like getting it out of the way. Well, it's kind of like how I do the Techno series. I like getting the 2 buggy mains done because it's a stress reliever for me.
Right.
You know, and it's kind of the same way for get one of the big ones over with instead of having them all the way down at the bottom, because then a lot of that stress is gone for me just because I know that one of the big ones is done over. Now we only have, a couple left.
Right.
So that's kind of how I look at it. But it also splits it up for you guys too. If there's several races in between each one of your mains,
It's nice. I normally have like 1 or 2 races by Marshall, and I have 1 or 2 races, and that's all you need just to sauce your tires.
Yeah.
Get the car out there.
Yep. We're still hovering around 50 guys. That's pretty freaking awesome.
Run up the likes.
What do we got here? We're at 30 likes. I think that's the most I've ever had on a live stream. So
Yes, sir.
Alex, do you put sugar on the track? I heard that you do, but I'm not sure. Absolutely not. Sugar on an indoor track. Yeah. VP Stay Wet is what I use when I do a new build. I treat it with VP. I use 450 ounce, or is it ounces? Yeah. 450 ounces. And that's it. And then you just water regularly and it's fine. I tried sugar a long time ago. And what happened was on an indoor track, if you sugar an indoor track, it smells like a dumpster like 3 days later. I walked in, I was like, oh my God, did somebody die? And I walked to where the smell originated from, and I realized that that's where I sugared the track a few days earlier. So you definitely don't do that on an indoor. On an outdoor track, the same thing will happen, but luckily because most places get rain, it'll wash it away over time. So yeah, sugar is no, not on an indoor. Tried it, been there, done that. Plus, our track would be way more abrasive too.
Yeah.
We'd go through tires like crazy.
And we don't right now, so
Yeah.
it'd be nice to.
Dallas Boyd, how's the mini trucky turnout been this summer? It's been pretty good. Last Friday we had 6 or 7 trucks. I guarantee we're gonna have 2 heats this weekend. The first summer series race we had 2 heats. Club racing's been kind of hit or miss. A lot of that has to do with tires because nobody has any truck tires in stock. So everybody's trying to save their tires for when they're really necessary. At least that's what I'm doing. I haven't ran mini trucky because I don't want to ruin our tires.
We need
So,
truck tire.
we had 40 pairs of them 3 weeks ago,
And they're gone.
and they are gone. It's crazy.
So what you're saying is you need some.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't run truck, and I got some gold.
Well, I don't need tires right now because Emerson actually took pretty good care of our tires at the last race. So,
Yes, Emerson.
but next month I might need them. So we'll have to talk. Sugar tracks smell like Teen Spirit.
Hey, Alex, you want to tell us why you use TLR black grease?
Why I use TLR black grease?
Yeah.
Because it's all I have.
No, it's better.
Actually, here's the thing. Okay, no, I do have a reason for this now. Hold on a second. I don't know if I still have it because I pretty much Associated changed how they package their greases.
Sucks, dude.
They changed how they package. They come in those little cups, right? Well, here's the deal. TLR comes in these. Okay, these are way easier to apply
Yes, sir.
than having it in a thing that you got to like spoon feed in there and it's messy. So yes, I'm going to keep using TLR greases because even though I think the clear grease from Associated is better, I think this stuff probably comes from the same factory.
That stuff might too.
This stuff might too, but TLR has it still in these things. And because I've probably built like what 12 or 13 different TLR 22 buggies over the last like 6 or 7 years. 10 years now? 10 years? When did that car come out?
You're probably pretty stocked up.
I have a whole bunch of these lying around, so I just keep using them. And look at how much they give you. So that's why that's the real reason why I use it. I don't really give a shit if it's better or worse. It just
all the
clearly
work fine.
I'm not an engineer, so I just do that because that's how it comes. So anyways,
Did you find it?
One. I lost my other one.
That's
what direction does the tread go on the J Concepts Gold Ellipse?
It would be the V forward, or V. Yeah, so
kind of looks like you want like a trapezoid type shape.
Yeah, you want the arrow pointing forward on it, like the center arrow.
Forward. Yeah. You don't want it to. You want the middle to close in. You don't want it to open up. Right.
That's the best way.
Yeah. You can run. I mean, you can run it the other way. I ran it the other way for a little while. It just it provides you, I think, slightly more like side bite, but you lose speed. Like it's weird.
You lose a lot of forward drive.
Yeah,
and you don't realize it.
Yeah,
like it just
your car feels stuck, but you're actually going slower. Is how I determined that because I ran them. I remember when we first got these tires, and I actually tested them back to back, and I went faster with them going forward. So. Chat slowed down a little bit, but everyone hit up Tom. Must have been talk for the truck tires. So you can't say that stuff because people will watch that and then they'll start wanting to buy truck tires off of you.
$100.
$100.
$100 per tire.
$100.
The race director gets special.
So I think this diff is all cleaned up. I'm going to stick it back in my car, and then I'm going to break it in tomorrow at the track. Throw all this crap away. And then I'm basically done for the night. I don't really need to do anything. I don't think I have any glue here.
Back together.
Oh, I do have glue. What am I doing? I've got glue.
But he's got to glue the tires. Everyone hit Tom up for tires.
Still hovering at 45 tonight, and Cole Webb says so. Nobody at the Plex runs dirt webs in the rear.
No, sir.
I mean,
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't unless it's all we had. Like if they were completely out of ellipses and there was no way possible to get them, and you had gold dirt webs lying around.
Probably wouldn't run.
I mean,
blue sprinters.
They don't last very long.
Dirt webs for 8 scale are pretty dialed though.
They are. Look behind you. Hold on a second. See that white bag right there?
Yeah.
That's full of gold dirt webs.
Those are cheating, dude. You know it too.
I still have some.
They're so good for like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I blow those things out. I make them slicks and like.
They're perfect for e-buggy. I probably wouldn't run Emerson with them in nitro, but I definitely. They're perfect for me in e-buggy.
I need to try and find my hex pin.
Didn't they discontinue those?
They did. At least I believe in e-buggy or in 8 scale they did.
That's tough.
Hey, which way does the nut always go in? I always forget.
It should go in on the right side because the car's rotating like
right.
this.
So the screw should be on this side. And the nut's on this side? No, it's the other way.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of hard to think about.
I'm confusing him. Cole, what's your backup tire if you don't, or not Cole? Cole wants to know what's your backup tire then if they don't have ellipses, or do you just not show up?
I guess I just wouldn't come. I mean, honestly, like Well, for you guys can run any of the other brands and stuff.
Right.
And I feel like that's like, you know.
But
what
other tire? I mean, honestly, what other tire from J Concepts right now is there? There's dirt webs and
like dirt webs. I guess you would run dirt webs, but
even like space bars aren't around anymore.
No, space bars were decent though.
Yeah, they were okay,
especially the fronts.
especially when you made them slicks.
Oh yeah,
The carcass form was
'Cause
pretty
they're
dialed
thicker.
for slicks. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Did you find it?
no,
Rip.
What'd you lose?
I lost a hex pin.
Oh, I probably don't have one.
It's
You
fine.
could steal one off that Losi car if you wanted to. It's not like I'm going to drive it anytime soon. It's just a model now on my shelf.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jason Rona, by the way.
Shout out to Rona, dude.
Yeah. Hooking the I might end up with a JRX 2 this weekend, apparently. Dalton Conrad and Jake Conrad have a JRX 2 they're bringing to the track for me to look at.
Oh, dude, that's sick.
So I'm a sucker for vintage cars.
Have you ever like showed these off on a live stream?
Actually, one of the first live streams I ever did with After Hours was showing off my my collection. The crazy thing is the collection's grown so much that it's kind of hard to keep track of everything.
Is this the 1.0?
2. That's a 2.0.
This thing's fresh. Check this
Really?
out, guys. Look at this thing. Mint condition.
It's
from
a
Jason.
brand new 2.0. It's got
Oh, it has the JC mount on it.
yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yep. It's got some J Concept stuff on it. And that I'll probably never run that car. I actually bought wheels for it. I need to mount tires.
Oh, it has JC wheel nuts on it. You have to take
Yeah.
those.
It's pretty dialed. It's
Whoa,
pretty
dude.
awesome.
I don't know what to think about this hex. I'm kind of scared. Is it gonna? Do I just come off?
It should just pop off.
Really?
So yeah, take like here, let me see that. You should just be able to take this and just go like that.
Or are these the hex pins that get stuck?
Those are the old school Losi ones.
Oh, those are sick.
Those are the ones that actually stay put.
Yeah, they're hard to get out.
Yeah, they're hard to get out. Hang on.
I'll run it though.
I'll get it.
Dial.
Daniel says TLR wings are the best.
Amen.
They are. They're tough.
They will not break.
They don't break.
They're built.
We're coming out with some lightweight ones.
Mm. That being said, I got a brand new J Concepts one on my car.
Oh.
I think only because I had them like lying around. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna love putting this on my car.
I'm so embarrassed.
It's pretty difficult, guys.
I don't want to like bend it.
I feel like the thing's just gonna come flying.
Dude, it's gonna snap it. That thing's like ancient now.
There you go. Oh,
It's not ancient. I mean, it's kind of ancient, I guess, but
It's getting there.
oh, that's yours. What am I doing? This is
I need
the
my
plastic
6 mil
one.
hex.
Yeah.
I don't want no plastic.
All right. There you go.
All right. But yeah, these wheel nuts are the move.
Yeah, JRX 2 5-link. That's what they said on here. So for Proline, it's positrons, and for J Concepts, it's ellipses. Says Cole Webb.
Electron fronts.
I
positron
think
rears.
on Proline they're running electron fronts, positron rears, and it's kind of the same reason why we normally run dirt web fronts and ellipse rears. When you need tread. Isn't the overall diameter of the dirt web a little tighter than an ellipse?
Yes.
So would you guys turn these into slicks then if you needed them?
I run the ellipse
Right.
as slick
As
because it's wider and it's a bit easier to drive
right.
with the bigger foam.
That makes sense.
And that's where refoaming is really magical.
Right.
You can even glue the foam to the wheel if you want.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Losi 5-link. I know I've shown it on here before, but this is what this thing is.
Jeez.
That's the OG.
Where's Jason?
How old is
Ronan?
that thing, bro?
That's the OG JRX T. And this thing is also mint, as you can see.
Oh, that thing is so nice.
And as you can see there. And it's got the 5-link. So, again, this one never sees a track, ever. Will never, ever. It's purely for my enjoyment when I come in and I go, yep, I have one of those.
It's perfect. Dude, look at the likes, though. 35. People really listen to me.
35 likes. That's awesome.
That's what's up, dude.
Gotta listen.
Daniel says you should run rear ellipses and front ellipses for 2-wheel drive buggy stock, correct? I think you would like dirt webs, dude.
Dirt webs?
We got them in stock. They were out of stock for a really long time, and we ordered like 100 pairs of them. And now we have them in stock up there. So there's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to have those tires in stock, and we've got them. We ended up getting like 60-something pairs of dirt web fronts off of back order from multiple places. So it's for this car. So for my B63, it's really weird. My B62, I ran ellipse fronts gold. For this car, I put that same tire on, and for whatever reason, pushes like a dump truck. So I put dirt webs on, and just like that, the car got way better and turned a lot better. So that's kind of why I'm running them. They just turn better.
Got this thing back rolling. The dry CPAs.
And before a summer series, do you like go through your car, or is it just one of those things?
Every bearing, every screw.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Nice.
I mean, that's how it goes. I know he's the same way.
Yeah, everything.
Just want to eliminate any possible. I don't have any dropouts for this series because I'm missing around, I believe.
Oh.
So I need every run counts, every point counts that I'm out there. So got to have everything right when the competitions really highlight that. Got some fresh shocks.
Is that stock? These
Okay.
nuts right there?
No. So these are hex block screws that'll be coming out soon from Hook Darcy.
Really?
Yeah, and you use it's a 5.0 head, so you can take them off if you strip them out. You can use a 5 mil head.
Oh, so those are Allens with a head.
Yeah, it's 2.5.
Dude, hold on. Can they see this?
Yes.
So check this out. So
HookedRC.com.
This is really not HookedRC.com. I don't know if you guys hopefully can see what I'm
The
talking
website
about.
is not out yet.
I got terrible light, but this right here, those are in the shape of a hex, or a nut, right? A 5mm nut driver, but they're also they're a regular.
It's a 2.5.
2.5 hex screw. So if you strip out the screw, well, you got them all over the place. So they're
Yeah, I use them everywhere.
Oh my gosh, that's freaking cool! I'd never even heard of such a thing. That's so new to me. So I don't know if you guys can see the shock tower here. These are all in the shape of a nut. And so then that's a really good idea. So if you strip them, which happens to us all the time, you can still use a regular nut driver.
And show them these are Lunsford motor screws. But I
To
like
get
to
them
use. They're also a 2.5 head, and I feel like it holds the motor really good.
So Lunsford's had these
for
I
a
think,
long time.
don't they call them like Big Daddies or something like that?
I don't even know. It's some weird name.
Yeah. Those are titanium Lunsford motor screws, but they have that that big fat, what do they call that washer? Sunken washer? Countersunk washer. Yeah. And those have been around for a long time. And you see a lot of the pros using those to hold your motor in. Regardless, on a motor, you should always have a washer underneath of your screw holding it in. I've seen more times than anything when people are having problems with strip nut screws holding their motor in, or motors moving back and forth all the time. Mm-hmm. It's always because they don't have a washer underneath it. It's such a simple thing.
Yeah, and it matters a lot.
Yeah.
It's not something you can't go without, really.
Right.
Also, from Hooked RC, we have some brass bottom screws that put all the weight really low.
Wow.
It's another like 1.5 grams per screw.
All right, so see the different coloration here? Man, this is also really cool. I've never really looked at Tom's car, to be honest with you. These are all brass. Those are brass screws. And, of course, it's putting the weight really low. So instead of titanium screws to make it lighter, it's brass screws to put a little bit of extra weight.
Yep, and then those screws are also titanium, the hex lock screws. So you want the titanium up top, keep the weight up off top, and then this car's pretty light anyways. I do this on my 4-wheel too, and I put the brass screws into all the plastic things. But also, I use steel ones like into metal for my servo, just because brass it's not going to be as strong no matter what you do.
So Trinity used to make a screw kit, aluminum screw kit. And I remember when I first got that the first time, I made the mistake of putting that into any of the really like metal on metal hard parts. And of course they broke right away. So I learned really quick to only use the aluminum screws where there's not a lot of stressful stuff and use the regular steel screws where there is.
So everybody hit up Charlie Cavalier on Facebook and tell him to get this stuff out. I know he's been getting some stuff ready, and he'd be really excited to hear what you guys have to say about it.
Charlie Cavalier on Facebook. Everybody find him and spam him.
Spam him.
Tell him that
I want my brass bottom screws.
Tell him that Tom Rinderknecht said to get the stupid brass screws in stock and out to stores so that people can buy them.
And hex lock titanium screws.
Yeah, and hex lock. What are we missing here? Shako, a question from Cole Webb. He wants to know, should I run thicker oil in the front and why?
Like, are you talking about, if you're talking about just like the balance in general on a car, we normally run a 2.5 to 5 weight difference from the front to the rear. So you would run like 30 in the rear, 32 in the front, or 35 in the front.
Okay. I'm clearly not an engineer, but I can explain this one, I think. You run heavier weight in the front because when you come into a corner and slow down, if you're too light in the front, your car will dump bad.
And then it just has no steering.
And then it has no steering at all, and you lift and you can't support the weight of the car anymore, so you lose grip in the rear, you push in the front, and it's just overall bad. The reason why we most of the time will run heavier weight shock fluid in the front, along with a basically heavier spring
and a heavier piston,
right, and a smaller hold piston, is so that when you come into a corner and you're on those brakes, when the front end dips down, it can support the weight of the car, and you don't lose rear grip. And that force being put onto the tires allows you to have steering, and it's a win-win.
Yep, absolutely.
Even I know that one.
Yeah, yeah. That's
gosh darn it.
Definitely important to have the right balance for your car. Like the TLR car likes 5 weight difference to 2, like more than I feel like the AE2 wheel. I feel like they stay within 2.5 weight.
Yeah,
but we go between 2.5 weight and 5 weight depending on what we need out of the car.
A lot of the times, on the old car I would run 32, and just have the pistons be different. The last 6 months there, that's basically what I ran. But this car, it likes the heavier front end a lot. Cole says, well, that's why my front pushes so much.
It's very possible.
So there you go. You learned something new.
Hey, them tires hooked up or what? It's not cool.
Send it.
Cole Webb, they wanted to know if your tires were hooked up today. I know last week when we talked about tires, and on Saturday, he was saying, wow, big difference, because they were not saucing with the correct stuff. So
what were they saucing with?
I think it was white dot.
Oh,
SXT, yeah. Or none at all, I think. Nick Pavel with some claps. I'm not really sure what that's for, but
what's up, Pavel?
He likes to drop rocks, so I'm not sure what the
he likes rocks.
That's just so Mitchell's the missile. Rock. Nick should be the rock from now on. We should always call him or the rock dropper or
rock supporter.
Rocks, yeah.
He's the rock support.
He's the rock support. Rock man. There you go.
Yes, sir.
Rock man.
Yeah,
Rock man.
Charlie needs to get this stuff out. It's so sick.
That's some pretty trick stuff, dude. Honestly, it takes a lot for me to be wowed by stuff anymore.
That's just something I haven't seen.
But that is something I haven't seen. I would have never even thought about that. And that's such a simple, great idea because
you literally never have the hassle of messing.
Actually, I remember on my TLR car, my last one, the 4.0, I think, that I had one of those top screws there actually strip on me.
And you're screwed.
And I could never get it out. And so I got it to the point where I could like, if I got the other 3 out, I could like
Bend it
and pull it off.
Yeah.
And then when I put it back on, I would just clip it back in there and then tighten the other 3 screws really hard.
I had to do that
because I was too cheap to get the shock tower.
Yeah, I had to do that with, I forget what screws I was using, but it was a disaster. Stripped like 3 screws.
Jackson, instead of dropping mics, he drops rocks. That's actually funny. That's actually good.
What's up, Anderson?
What's up, buddy?
Is the stock B6 2D oil and springs work good or change oil 30-30? Daniel, I think I ran stock springs in my 2D because it's white front, white rear. I hardly ever change that. But I would say try 32 in the front on practice day. See what you think.
I know, like, just based on what I've seen.
Especially because of the heat.
Yeah.
That's something you got to take into account at the Plex in the summertime.
I'm going up in oil 2.5, like
so
I did today.
We have such extremes at the Plex because it's not an air-conditioned building. So when it's hot out, it's also hot inside, even though we are protected from the sun, so it doesn't feel that bad. It's still hot. And so oil does thin no matter what the companies say. And, if it's 90 something degrees, usually you can go up 2.5 weight or so, maybe even 5,
right,
depending on how extreme it is. And then the opposite happens. I remember Emerson and his Truggy in the wintertime when it got really, really cold out during the Techno series, we had to drop the weight because it got cold out and it thickened that oil up. And so you could actually feel it as you were running your 30-minute main. Like halfway through, the truck all of a sudden became a brick with no suspension because it was so cold.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And you had to do the same thing with diff fluids too. I forgot about that.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy what the temperature can do to how the car feels. Because it changes how the plastics are. The plastics are harder.
Yeah.
More brittle.
We'll take a couple more, and then I got to take a shower and get ready to go to bed. So, Joel Florkey, do you have to take apart shocks and change oil on a ready-to-run RC car? I would say, depending on the brand, normally on a Traxxas car, it's time to change the oil when you drop it, and it doesn't come back up. So
I like to do a rise test. I just go like that.
Yep.
Straightens the car up, and if it settles back, then it shoots good.
Yep. So to be honest with you, I probably need to change my O-rings.
Yeah, like his sticks up higher than what his right eye is.
So maybe I should do that tomorrow. So
I would do it.
When Tebow was here for that
clinic
a couple years ago, one of the things that he showed everybody was how to know when it's time to change your O-rings in your shocks. And one of them is you raise your rear end up, and if it doesn't at least come back down, it's time to change the O-rings.
Yeah, like yours are pretty.
Mine they're pretty toast right now.
Pretty
so
hurting.
pretty dog.
Yeah.
Time to polish those
So,
shafts.
gosh darn it. Now I got to do some more work tomorrow. I don't like doing work. Lame. I probably won't, to be honest with you.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, I need to set my camber.
I should bleed my shocks, actually.
Set up for the sweeper.
I think I domed something, or I hit something hard. Camber's all.
Cole Webb says, Aidan, don't forget about the resistors.
I got you, fam. I got you.
John Haas says his Wheeler has red and pink rear springs. I would go up in spring rate in the back. Pink is the lightest. I tried that in my Truggy, and it was way too soft. I would try green. That's a good thing to try. It probably won't slap near as bad. Pink is really soft. I was surprised by how soft it was.
Some dual name.
Let's see.
What?
Some more stuff. The wall by the sweeper from Jackson. Not really sure what that means.
But he just said that.
That's what you hit. I saw it.
Who, me?
I think so.
Yeah, I hit the wall.
When, today?
Yeah, I was coming in hot, dude.
Bro, Jackson's
Coming in hot.
His electronics came out of his car today, didn't they? Or something? Like his capacitor or something like that?
Yeah, he didn't even have his capacitor taped in, so you can't even make fun of me.
That's amazing.
At least I didn't have stuff hanging out.
You
of my
can't
car.
make fun of somebody when you have crap hanging out of your car.
That's pretty much what we're
that's
saying.
an RC rule. You're not allowed to do that.
Oh, I need to change my motor timing. How's it gonna go up? I'm gonna do it so I don't forget. These are 2 mil screws. That is amazing.
Cole Webb's going to take off. It is about time. It's 10:30. I think that's long enough. We
Everybody's been hanging with us, dude. It's still 40 something.
yeah, 43 people watching right now. We had up to 50 something. That means that I got to go through, get all the names, and we're going to draw for a gift card on Monday at the podcast. So 6:30 Monday night. We'll start the podcast. We're going to do a drawing for a $25 gift card. One of you guys that are in the chat are going to take that. So if you're still here and you haven't put your name in the chat yet, you need to get that done right now because I'm about to bail. So, or where are you staying at? Which hotel?
I'm staying with Ashton.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He hasn't been waiting on me though. He's hanging out with his girlfriend or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ashton Abdul's been occupied. That's why he hasn't been racing
He
a whole
gets
lot.
so many girls. It's insane. I can't wait to tell him to watch his back. He's so bad.
Bruh.
I just got a text from Steve Wall. He's like, man, I don't know where to chat at. So there should be a little thing that said, unless you're watching on a TV, I guess. If you're watching on TV, you can't really join the chat, I don't think.
You'd have to get on your phone.
Yeah, you got to get on your phone and do it.
Double watch it.
Yeah.
And turn the volume down so it doesn't ruin your ears.
Really?
Chaotix Vic. That's a cool name. Chaotix with a IX. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's good enough for me. I need to take a shower and I need to go to bed because Wednesday night. So Tuesday, I was working on the track all day, and I got done at like midnight. And I don't know, for whatever reason, like right when I got done, I started feeling like crap. Could have been carbon monoxide poisoning. I'm just saying. But anyways, I couldn't sleep, so I've been up. I've had very little sleep in the last 2 days, which is not good for somebody as old as me who needs to beat Mac Vanderbeek and Kyle Gannon.
Oh, Kyle's
and Rob Sturchill and whoever else is coming in 40 plus this week to try to stay in the points. So we'll see.
How'd you end up last time?
I got second.
I remember it was a crazy main.
I TQ'd in second. Mac won, so we tied in points. So that's good.
Yeah, that's what happened with me and Alex.
Yeah. Nick Pavel dropped a bag of rocks with about a minute left to go, literally like 4 feet from me on the driver's stand. And I got distracted.
I heard you yelled at him.
I got distracted. I didn't yell at him. I didn't yell at him. I did not yell at him. I was keeping to my word of shiny, happy people. I did give him a little dirty look, though. I apologized for it afterwards, but I didn't yell at him. I didn't yell at anybody. I just gave the dad face. I gave this look like.
Oh, he was probably scared.
She just probably packed up and left.
Oh man.
I didn't yell at anybody.
You should have.
Nah.
You have the authority to.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyways.
Easy on the radio.
Drink water, not kickstart.
No kickstart.
True that. Also, I got to finish this guy off. This is my last one. I had a 6-pack on Monday, and now I'm down to one.
That's
but
fine.
Whatever, it's orange, so who cares? Yeah, I pouted. Thank you. That's what I did.
Dude, 37 likes and 40 viewers. You guys are great. If you haven't liked, let's give it a thumbs up.
This
I feel like we've given some good information.
I feel like we have given some good information. And I even got stuff done. I normally don't get stuff done. I bring stuff to work on, and then I get distracted, and I don't actually finish anything. I've rebuilt a ball diff, and I got my tires prepped and ready to glue tomorrow. So
Heck yeah.
I have made some progress. Other than that, there really
I
wasn't
did
much for
one
me to do.
change throughout the whole time.
Yeah, see,
So
we did something.
yeah, I'm excited. I think the rate. I mean, based on how the track was today, with little amount of cars, there's gonna be a lot of grip out there.
Yeah, I saw the black.
It's gripping, dude.
It's crazy.
Griffin.
I did apply Stay Wet this time just because the last couple club races, I felt like the track was drying out a little bit too much by the end of the day. And I normally don't like to take breaks to water during a summer series because I feel like the day's long enough as it is. So
Let's go 41 likes. Is that what that says?
I think so. Yeah.
Dallas Boyd says Hydro Monster, Alex. Dude, those hydros were good, but good God, they made me shake.
It's them club shakes on the
They're
stand.
still really good though. They are good. They are definitely good. Still not good for you. So
How many Kickstarts do you have a day?
2.
That's pretty good.
Do you ever get the club shakes with that? No.
Not with Kickstart. That's why I like it because it's not crazy. When we went to California a couple years ago, it was pretty hard to find Kickstart, so I ended up going with a couple different flavors of Monsters, and I could drink like maybe that much of them, and I would like my heart would actually start to like race.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I don't handle that stuff very well. So,
Dude, the likes went up. I'm so stoked. 41 likes. That's good for the
I got to look up that rowdy stuff. John Haas told me about the rowdy drinks. 0 sugar with natural caffeine. So we'll make it. I'll go try. I'll try it. I will try to find it. So, all right, we're gonna go. I'm gonna cut this one out because, like I said, I got to go shower and get ready for bed and go to the track and sweat tomorrow afternoon, and then come back home, take another shower,
and sweat again.
go back to the track, get up the computer, and then get to practice all night, and then come back home, wake up early, run the race, and then work Sunday,
Are you
and
changing
then
that section?
Monday. So
Are you changing that section? Like, are you moving that too?
I'm gonna so that the chicane, the pipe is gonna move about that much that way.
To the right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
that's so good.
Is it? Maybe I'll leave it alone. I don't know. It's the angle is here and the pipe is here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was gonna
Yeah, you could.
I was gonna measure it and see how off it is because I think it's off by like a foot. I wanted the 2 lanes to be equal.
Yeah.
So if
I
it's
can't really tell.
if
I think
it's
pretty good.
if it's not off by a lot, I won't worry about it.
Me and Aidan were loving it. Dude. We
Really?
were happy about it.
It's a cool section. I drove my Slash
That's
on it.
pretty rad.
Plexers, get a Traxxas Slash for the love of God. Let's have a good, awesome Traxxas Slash class at the STS Saturday Truck Series next Saturday. Come on, guys. Stock Slash. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right, I'm really leaving. See you guys.
See you
Thanks
guys.
to Tom Rinderknecht, Aidan Olson, TLR drivers at the Plex,
Yes, sir.
multi Summer Series champ,
Read
and Reedy Race 4-wheel drive
Mhm.
champ.
Yes, sir.
2016 15 and under national
Yes,
champion
sir.
right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
2016 Summer Series stock buggy.
17.
17 stock
And
buggy
TLR.
I won
champ.
that. I won that
And-
in 14.
TLR Cup stock buggy champ. 2014, right?
Yep. And then Mason won in
Stock
13.
buggy champ all the way
Yes, sir.
around. So they've been Plexers for a long time. So that's what we like.
Heck yeah.
Yes,
Always will be.
Yep. All right, guys. Thank you. We'll catch you later. Thanks for all the
See ya.
likes, and I will go back and figure out all the names in the chat, and we'll give away a gift card on Monday. So
Yeah. Yes,
thanks for helping me get that done. That's great.
sir.
Bye.
See you guys.
See you. What a good live stream. What a good
Dude,
live
that was a good live stream.